Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just picked up this 1966 14-foot little aluminum boat, and I'll get them in here, pop this open, and I'm gonna throw the Johnson 8-horse on it. He said he's owned it for 40 years, and he did try putting air in these, didn't hold. Nice stout looking trailer. I think it will be a lot more stable than the 10-foot John boat that was in the last video. This one's pretty skinny on the back, but you know, it's good looking. I'll let him get this pulled out the rest of the way.
Light.
What do you think? You can lift it?
Yeah. Push up on that arm, it'll lift right up. Guarantee it.
Wow.
All right, never mind. You do it that way.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah, it's.
I mean, we could have put a cinder block on it.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well save.
It's all right. No biggie.
Back. So, how long you said you own this? 40 years, you said?
I bought this in '83.
83. Wow.
41.
That's nice. It's got the bearing buddies on there. One loose stud. And only one U-bolt holding the leaf spring on. I don't think I've ever seen that, but it works.
I don't know.
What's that? Yeah, good to go. Okay, that's one.
Got a police motor in it. I bought a lower.
What year is it?
It's a 71.
I'll be shocked if that holds up. So he's got a 69 C30 for sale also. You got the camper cap on there?
This is the C20 here.
This is the one that's for sale?
Yeah, this truck's for sale.
Gotcha. So it's four-wheel then, because you said you were plowing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been converted over, or were some of the C20s had four-wheel back then?
This truck came from Miami, Florida, Dade County truck. Came with new process in it with a 6-cylinder, and it had a PTO in it. I took it all out because I bought a township truck from Lower Make, and I put the V8 in this, and the transmission and the transfer case. Made my own drive shaft.
Gotcha. Last inspected 1995.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And what'd you say you were looking to get for this?
Well, I have it listed for $6. That'll fall off.
Oh,
$6 grand is what it is on the one.
gotcha. Oh, what do you do with this outboard too? You got a whole collection of them in here.
For sale too.
Rather light.
And then I put the side bunks on it because.
Alright, well that was a good time hanging out with him. Lots of stories to tell. And this thing home, get it out of the water. We're up in Jameson, actually right along the Chamonix Creek here. Just thinking I probably should have greased the wheel bearings. Well, we only got about 30 minutes to go and I didn't bring a grease gun. Oh, what are you doing? Hunting? Huh? Oh yeah. Turkey vulture. We're coming down Swamp Road, and I always like this stretch here through Rushland. It's just feels real untouched, you know. You got the post office, the Davis feed mills. If you walk this way on the train tracks, it actually goes to a pretty cool old wooden bridge. Feed mills, and then if you walk that way on the tracks, it brings you to New Hope. Alright, made it back home in one piece. I'll get some tires on order. See if the hubs got warm. Nope, nice and cool, but wow, that tire got hot. Nice and cool on this side too. And a hot tire. Did you guys check out the old school Minn Kota? This thing is super funny looking. Needs a new prop, but aluminum pedal. That's got to be from the 80s or before. steel shaft on it. It's a model 565C. Let's see how this 8-horse Johnson is gonna fit on here. I was reading online and this transom's 16 inches tall. Should be the cavitation plate should be the same height. Should basically be level with the bottom of the boat. Oh, that looks like 18 inches. Yeah, I guess that does hang a little lower than we need. Oh, I mean, this has got to get kind of rebuilt anyway. The wood's pretty shot, so I'll bring it up a little bit. This boat does have flotation in one of these. Ooh, and that is just waterlogged. I'm probably better off cutting that out. But he turned this one, he took the foam out, turned it into storage. How's this seat? Not good. Trash. The base is good though. And that's actually all we need. By the way, this is an Appleby or Appleby. It's this spelled. Looks like it was last on water in 2002. This thing might be really corroded back here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I might be using this as a template. Put that back together. So this is how we're looking. It's actually in fine shape. It's a good thing. Got rid of all these regular steel bolts. I mean, a lot of them were just about rotted through. And we'll use all stainless on that. Of course, it's not as strong, but I don't think strength is going to be a big issue on this one. I suppose it'd be cool to build something real heavy duty out of aluminum, but I don't even know if I love this boat yet, so maybe we'll just throw some wood, get the motor on, see how we like it. I just grabbed this piece of ply out of my attic. This is a shelf I used to use on my military trailer, but I don't use it anymore. Stainless hardware. Got no shortage of that. Plenty of quarter washers, 1/4x20 nylox from Bolt Depot, and 1/4x20 bolts. Got the old school Sears Craftsman auto scroller saw. Look at this thing. High performance. $10 flea market find. Yeah. go. That is very strong. Now this is kind of temporary. That's why I didn't put sealant between the clamping together. I just coated the whole thing on the outside with some silicone, or this advanced polymer, modified polymer. Pretty good stuff. And that way I can take it off in the future and redo it if I like the way it performs. Yes, I forgot to put this on. But again, I'm going to be revamping this in the future. It's just a temporary solution to see how things work. Real quick, it's me in the future jumping in here. You guys are always making fun of my bald boots, these Timberland white ledges. Well, today that changes. I'm going to be retiring one set of them because Brunt Workwear sent me over a new pair of boots. Check it out. We got these Marins, and so far, super comfy. Break-in period, lickety split. They've got high quality leather, seem well built, and have the speed clips, or you can loop them through too. I like these quick clips so that way you can get the boots off real quick. And I'm being genuine when I tell you these are one of the most comfortable boots I have ever worn. I think a lot of that has to do with this insert. It actually has a double insert too, so if you want to stack it to get a different fit in there, you can. Something else I like is the big strap on the back. You can fit 2 fingers in there if you wanted. They did also just release a USA made Goodyear welted with replaceable soles version. So if you guys are interested, check them out at bruntworkwear.com. And the best part is they offer a risk-free trial, which they will pay the shipping back if you don't like the boots. Also, you can get an extra $10 off an order of $60 or more by using code NNKH10. So head to bruntworkwear.com/NNKH10 or click on the link down below in the description. Thanks, Brunt, for sponsoring the video, and I'll see how these hold up since I'm now retiring one pair of boots. And I know these are hiking boots, so people are going to be like, oh, comparing apples to oranges, but I've always loved these because they're comfortable. And so now seeing how comfortable these are the first few times wearing them, I'll see if that comfort lasts. And with full trim down, that cavitation plate is actually a touch above. So if anything, maybe we'll have to drop this down, but better too high than too low. Feels pretty sturdy. I mean, light years better than what it was, that's for sure. Power up to this. Let's see if this thing still works. Oh, look at that. It does. Multi-speed too. Just needs a new prop. And the cable works. Geez, I guess I'll just leave it mounted. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got a big battery for the trolling motor. And then he's actually got some lights in here too. Got a little mini battery hooked up. Let's see if these operate. Here we go. Oh, nothing. Oh, that's cool. A little light for seeing at night. There's your switch. Old school tech. This boat has all the bells and whistles. I think it just needs a new switch. Oh yeah, we're in business. Oh yeah. Good for going out at night. Next item is this front seat. I was going to leave it a platform, but I don't think anybody's going to sit on that. Funny thing is, this guy used to work at a muffler shop, and so I guess he did all these pipe bends at work. Nice custom made. It's cool. Hose clamps. Like all the work I'm seeing on here, it's stuff that was just, you know, this guy was very handy. Built this little switch panel. I gotta mount the switches. They're just dangling, but love it. So for the seat, I've got 1 or 2 sitting up here, or maybe just the one, but that'll fit. This is left over from the Sea Ark. Guy gave me a bunch of extra seats. Oh, who let you out? What do you think of the new boat, Bubs? You want to do a little sniff? What do you think? Does it smell good? Oh, I don't know about this floor. I got some mats to throw down on here. Okay, let's go get them. Come on. There we go. It's perfect. We don't have a ton of daylight left, but gonna go pop it in water and see what it does. High tide, baby. This trailer's even got the swivels. Look at that. It just needs a coat of Rust-Oleum. And this thing's sitting pretty good. Perched up nice and high. Plenty of gunnel sticking out. Oh man, it's so feather light. I love it. Most importantly, not taking any water on yet, except for maybe a touch back here. And that doesn't look residual. That'll be all right. We got the bailing bucket. Okay, well, stability wise, this boat is amazing. Engine running wise, I don't know, but now at least we can work on the engine while floating, and the other one you'd be sinking. So it turns out the Amazon Special fuel pump is junk. The screw stripped out the aluminum and it's just junk. All right, well, luckily we got the trolling motor. There's full speed ahead. Well, luckily we have this thing. Actually moving us along pretty good too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we are ripping. Look at that. Thing's probably from the 70s. Oh, I guess you could just actually grab this and steer by that if you want. Oh boy. Oh man, what's up with this guy? He's swimming by his jet ski all the way by the bridge. You guys all good, or would you break down? Oh. Well, I don't have my jump pack with me, but in my truck I do. I'm actually broken down myself too. I'm just running on this little electric motor here. But I mean, where'd you guys launch?
Right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Well, just hold on to the side of the boat here. Yeah, if you want to just grab anywhere on the boat.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just motor us over. It's starting to vibrate. Not sure why. Oh, that's why it was vibrating so much. The rest of the prop shredded off. Propeller shredded off. That's why it was. It almost let me down. Look, that's all I had left. I'm gonna jump pack for these guys. Yes, we got the good all start all. As long as these cables can get in his engine compartment. He launched at the Trenton ramp down here, so he's only got a mile or two to go. All right. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, good luck. So that didn't go too smooth. Let's see if we can get these trailer lights working. Probably just a couple bulbs. Actually, this side's warm. Whoa! There's a wasp nest in here. Holy smokes, lucky that didn't catch on fire. Oh, they got one little pinhole in the back that they were coming through. That bulb might actually be working, it's warm. There it is. I guess I'll throw a new bulb in too. Goes from LED to old school. Can't even tell. And after a drive down the road, the passenger side came back to life fully, but I'll switch it over to LED bulb too. Okay, a little update. That night I replaced the fuel pump plate with the factory one, much better material, was able to seal that, took it back out, could not get it running right no matter what. That's when I broke out Google, started researching. I always knew this was missing the airbox, but according to some forums, you cannot run these without the airbox. You'll just never get them dialed in, and no matter what I did to this carburetor, it was like it's just running out of fuel. And so now I got the $80 part from eBay, a used airbox for the 8 horse and 5 horse, I think it fits, or maybe it was 6. I'm gonna take it out, see what happens. But when I was frustrated, the second sea trial at night, didn't record anything, but I did end up ripping this little mechanism off. It prevents you from pull starting it when there's any throttle being applied as like a safety measure, and I just found that really annoying, so I ripped it off. If anything, there should be a safety measure where you can't start it while it's in gear, but anyway, it doesn't have any of that now, so let's see how it runs. I sure hope it runs good, because my buddy's meeting me down there. I told him I'd take him out for a spin. So worst case, if it doesn't run good, we can at least enjoy the nice weather, putt around together. Okay, out here, launched the Yardley ramp, fired right up. Beautiful evening. Let's cross our fingers and give this a rip. Gets right on plane, and boy does this thing feel good. Ah, this is so much better than the 10-footer boat, and it's running like a top. I got GPS mile an hour going. What are we, 18? Our max was 19. Of course, I don't have much fuel right now, maybe a half tank, and it's just me on here, but yeah, I'll take it. If we could do that all day, probably getting great fuel economy too. Oh, this boat is so responsive too. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that's it. Just needed the airbox. Well, and the original carburetor clean we did in the other video, but things dialed. One good feature about this is if you let go, it rolls off the throttle, so you know you're not clipped in like I'm not. It's not gonna be racing around on full throttle. Okay, our cargo is here. What'd you think? She looked pretty good out there, or no?
Looks good. It was bucking over there in the wake.
Yeah, I mean it's really light. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I brought a couple vests. You know what? Let me get some more gas for it. Actually, let me dump that in. Got some premix ready to go. I see this ramp has become quite the popular swimming spot now. There we go. Plastic got all dry from the gas. Got a full tank. Let's let it rip.
Full tank and a big boy.
See if we can still get on plane. Okay. Maybe like 13, 14, I think. 15. It's not quite getting on plane now. 14 mile an hour. Yeah, not bad for 2 people, only 8 horsepower. All right, you want to try to till her out?
Where would the tank ideally go behind you? Yo, don't knock me off this shit.
This doesn't have flotation either, so if it goes under...
Oh, we gotta figure it out?
We got, yeah, it'll sink.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it doesn't have foam on it.
No, it has no foam, yeah. Well, a little bit, but not enough, really.
All right.
All right, so real quick, I'll tell you, just plug that lanyard onto your lip there. That way, if you fall off, it'll kill the engine.
Sure, plug it onto my hip.
Like anywhere, or like your belt loop, or wherever it's like, yeah, perfect, yeah. All right, so you got to put it in gear. It's on the over there.
This one?
Yeah, forward is in gear.
Towards me?
Yep, and it has reverse too.
Okay.
Going backwards, it would make
And I
sense.
turn this.
Yeah, so before you like gun it, just get a feel for it. Watch out for these guys. And yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just a little different. As soon as you're ready, you can, you know, rip on it.
We're deep here, nothing to worry about?
Yeah, as long as you stay down this way in the middle.
Oh. And there's no trim.
No trim.
Even my hand pointing up and down won't
Yeah,
trim.
watch out, just don't point it to this. Yeah, it's easy to get tripped up until
Yeah, with the left and right.
yeah, until you get used to it after like half a mile.
Nice, dude. Oh, it's chill.
It's
We're at max speed now. We're pedal to the metal right now, dude. This is not bad.
yeah, for 450 bucks. I mean, what the heck?
And 8 horsepower, 2 row, man.
Getting the job done. It ain't a Chrysler, but just a beautiful day for the water. Up on the old pillar support, the old train bridge, and it was put up in like the 1800s. And chain with double Petzl anchors, still holding up. Good enough. Just can't beat the weather. Love the summertime. Well, next step on this boat is going to be a bigger engine. I'm thinking like 25 horse. Can the transom take it? I don't know. We'll find out. But until I find that, a couple upgrades. I think I'm going to ditch this because I can't find a propeller for it. The foam out of here, we got to get rid of it because you can see it's just slowly coming out and clogging everything up. The water's not draining as it should. Actually, is there even a drain hole there? Should be holes so the water can go to the back. And we got a flat tire. I got some smooth tires, cheap enough. Better safe than sorry if we're gonna, you know, want to get this thing ready for maybe a little trip or something. You got some Carl Star Sport Trails. Apparently Carlisle changed their name over to Carl Star. I got them in the mail. I was like, what kind of knockoff Carlisles are these? Slop them up with some bead sealer. Wow, these have a max of 90 psi cold. Heavy duty. The U-bolts on the spare were sticking out too far. And you guys ever use one of these uni burrs, USA made? Like after you cut something, you can just, well, that's it. It just takes the burr off nice and clean. This one might be a little dull, but gives you that good finish. Zip the nuts off. And while this is better than no spare, I didn't really have too much confidence in all that dry rot. If you guys remember that auction buy trailer, I actually got a couple free tires on there. These Power King 4.8 by 8. They're really old, I think from 2004, but no dry rot. And yeah, if I would have remembered I had these, I would have just used those instead of buying new ones. But at least I got one for a spare now. These are a little stiff. I completely forgot I even had these tires, and then I saw them under the deck, and I was like, we just use them. I actually emailed Minn Kota about this too, and they said they do not make this prop anymore, but he gave me the part number for it. Looked on eBay, couldn't find one. Kind of a shame they don't make it anymore, because there ain't nothing wrong with it otherwise. Guess you could like 3D print one. But I happen to have the Minn Kota from the Bass dumpster and this 24 volt one. So if I need a trolling, might as well just use one of those. Yeah, pretty sure some rodents probably got into this at some point too. We can tell somebody already had this off and then filled it back up with some close foam, but oh man, look at this. They haven't been in for a while, but this is why all that stuff just kept flowing out into the boat. 100% had to go. This is waterlogged anyway, very heavy. I don't know if you guys can make this out, but some kind of insect like did something in between the aluminum. Without getting too fancy, we gotta get some drainage through here. I'm thinking we'll just hog it out with the step drill. Perfect. Could really go even bigger, but that's good enough. And I had to ditch the fishing pole holders too, because it was just drywall screws rusting away here and rotten wood. I'm kind of just trying to save this boat really, and unfortunately that means this is going to have to go too, because this steel is ultimately going to cause the boat to corrode away. It's already happening pretty bad, and I like what he did here, but this is just gonna destroy the boat. Sweet. Is that one piece? And down here was trapping stuff, but here was the main problem. This is corrosion. The similar metals will rot right through over time. And here's how we ended up. Looking way better. I know it's just like a stripped down boat now, but I kind of like it this way. This is really what I'd rather have. I'm not using all the fishing rod holders and everything. So it's got rid of, we made some good progress. I got to get a chain on here too. I just realized not good to rely on only the rope, but probably a couple mile an hour faster now too. And remember, this transom I did is probably temporary. So I'm sure you guys noticed a little bit of water seeped into the veneer on the outside, but yeah, it's still sturdy as can be. For a chain, we got plenty of that. Take this little guy, already cut to length, and go over to the hooks. This is overkill. Brass guy will do, and a stainless carabiner. A little safer now. All right, finally got another evening to take this out for a ride after the massive weight reduction down here at the Yardley ramp, and the water is up. I think the gauge height at Trenton's around 12 feet or so. It's probably about 3 feet higher than it normally is, and you can see with that, lots of mud. Ooh, and the temperature dropped, holy smokes. But yeah, I don't know if you can see on camera, it's raging pretty good. Get this shovel off, and actually curious to see if this takes on any water now too, because it's all cleaned out. I got it completely dry. Yep, we do take a little water on. So I'll have to find out where that is at a later time. Probably one of these rivets or something. So reliable. I can tell you downstream, definitely going to pick up at least 4 miles an hour on GPS speed as the water is moving. I also got it trimmed up a touch more, so let's see if we can do it against the current. Normally these waters are way too shallow for a prop, but again today with it being a few feet above, it's doable. So against the current, with the trim up, I only do it 16 actually. Oh, there's some plastic on its way to the ocean. It's ripping here. I'm gonna spin around. Woo! 23. That's it. Beautiful sky this evening. Was the 66 Appleby a good buy? Well, when you compare it to the $500 Countach, probably not. You know, $450 for that, probably already into it. Another couple $100 for the tires and such. But I actually enjoy this boat. I don't want to say more. It's just, I'd rather hold on to this one. It's a nice little toss around, cheap, fun boat. You can leave it in the weeds, go hike off in the woods. Nobody's gonna want to steal it. No big deal. This one, you need more water and more gas money, because every time I take it out, you know, it's bust out another 50 bucks if you want to travel anywhere. And surprisingly, I've had this boat up for $3,500 on Marketplace. No takers up until today. I finally got a deposit, which even though I paid $500, I think that's an absolute steal for what you're getting on this boat if you saw the video. And funny thing is like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep saying prices in videos, because there was a bunch of comments of people saying, oh, you're full of it, there's no way you paid $500, you made a fake ad just to make the video believable. I'm sick and tired of this on YouTube, people lying about what they paid. It's like, listen, that's the best $500 boat I ever got, but I've also bought some flopper $500 boats too. I mean, this one was $800, an airboat, and that was a good buy, but ended up putting quite a bit into it. I'm still in the market to try to find maybe like a 15 or 20 horsepower outboard for this. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think would be appropriate for this boat, and what you would recommend using to redo the transom. If there's like a fiber board, or maybe I'll get in there and just use a bunch of aluminum. But that'll be another video. For now, just a good, usable, fun boat. And now we're off to go see Jack over at Anything Goes Garage to see how the Chevelle's doing. Yes, the 71 Chevelle still exists. Got it over here at his place, and he's made some progress with the dash. He you know, took this all out, cleaned everything up, redid all the HVAC. We got a new heater core, and he's got the block sitting in here. So if you guys remember in the original videos we did on this, one of the starter bolts, the casting's broken on that. Pretty common issue, and I still had enough meat there to make it work, but we went this far. He was like, hey, let's just pull this out and rebuild it, do it right. But then he kind of noticed that these main caps getting a little sloppy, but the cylinder bores, you know, decent shape, they're fine. The other big issue he found was these bearings are pretty darn wiped, you know, down to the copper on most of them. A lot of junk had gone through that system. I'd say slap some new bearings in and run it. So this crank is already ground 30 under too. and it's got some stuff that you can catch your fingernail on. Also the cylinder heads, one of them is a closed chamber, but the other's like low compression truck open chamber head and mismatch heads on it. So actually gonna grab this off him tonight and bring it over to a guy in Pendale that says he can fix that, because I feel like if I attack it, it's probably not gonna hold up. So maybe bring it to somebody that knows what they're doing with welding cast iron, you know, preheat it and do it properly. Oh, there he is. The Gus man came out. Running in circles. So here's the man himself.
Hey guys.
You sure you don't want to just sell this motor to me out of yours?
Oh man.
We got Jennifer over there too. She has a new video up on her channel, so check that out.
Went to Canada.
Yeah, we did a little Canada vlog trip.
Great video.
Gus, let's go say hi to Maggie and Panzer. Come on, let's go get them. Are they your friends? They're super friendly. They spook Gus with the big snarls. See, Gus, they just want to sniff you. It's okay, boy. You guys with your mean hearts.
Fight us a little bit. It's a small block heavy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Gus, it's okay, boy.
Stop, Gus.
All right, so I'm down here at Lorenzo Fast Flow Cylinder Heads. Your YouTube channel is Lorenzo Fast Flow, right?
Lorenzo's Fast Flow.
Okay, so I'll drop a link to that down below if you guys want to check him out. But let's see what he thinks of the block here. So,
okay. That's not going to be a problem.
No? What
No.
do you? Now I don't have the chunk that came out
I don't
there,
need
but
it. I don't need it.
What
I
do
can
you-
build that all up. That's not going to be a problem at all. Most of the hole is still there.
all
I'll
right.
fill that. I'll fill this all up with bronze, and then I'll re-drill it, re-tap it, and it'll be fine.
Okay. What do you think of these caps on here?
That's not good.
Not
They have to
good,
be-
yeah.
Yeah, they're shrunk up. They shouldn't be like that. It's not a truck. It's an 063, so it's not a truck head.
Yeah, so that's a decent head.
Yeah, this is a decent head.
Yeah, worth something,
And this
right?
one-
And Jack was saying this is pretty much
No,
trash.
that's
He
a
was
402 head. This is a 402 head. It's between closed chamber and open chamber.
Okay.
It's closed up over here some, and it's opened up over here some. These measure like 112 cc's. The other regular open chamber is 119 cc's.
Is it often you see people put engines together with mismatched heads like that and the different compression ratios?
Not too often, but that's really bad because this one's probably like somewhere around 104, and that's 112. So
Yeah,
you got
it's
a
not
full
good.
point compression difference.
And so for these caps, what are you thinking attack plan?
Well, they're loose in the register. So at one time they got hot. When they get hot, what happens is they bend like this. They start to curl in. The cap ends up being tight side to side and big up and down. So it's really hard on the bearings. And if, you know, in extreme applications, you'd probably end up spinning a bearing. What we do there is we heat them, we clean them, we heat them up to like 500 degrees while they're in a press, and we stretch them with just a veneer caliper here, and we have to stretch them like 20 thousandths past where they need to go. And then we hold them there and let them cool, and then they bounce back, and we make them so that they have 2 thousandths interference in the registers.
All right.
And then after
So
we
they'll
do
snap in.
Yeah, then after we do that, we take a skim off the bottom of the caps, and then we resize the line hone,
Gotcha.
and then it'll be perfect again.
All right.
But you have to bend the caps back before you do anything.
Well, all that and more in his video, and I will plug a link to that when it's available. So I'm sure this will be probably a few weeks, right?
Yeah, that's about it. A couple weeks. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll repair this next week.
Well, I'm
And I'll get them
excited.
to film
Let's
that
get her
video.
unloaded
I'll do
and,
that for you.
rolling. All right, the final segment of this video is an introduction to our new daughter, Autumn Charlotte. She's taking a little nap in her car seat, but this will be her first time meeting Gus.
We just brought her home after 1 month in the NICU.
Yeah, she came 5 weeks early. It's not even your due date yet. But she's healthy and happy, so let's see what Gooseman thinks of her. Gus! What do we got? Oh, okay. What do we got here? You're gonna sit back.
Gus?
Gus, this is a very big moment. Come here, I'm gonna hold you back. Keep those claws, we gotta cut away. Who's this? Oh, that another human? All right, let's get her out.
Gus, what is it? That's your sister.
This is your sister,
That's
buddy.
Your sister.
No, it couldn't be. It's a stuffed animal, right? There's no way. I know.
She is.
Little nugget. Hey, Autumn. He probably ready to eat, huh?
Gus, what is it?
All right, he's being a good boy.
Good boy, Gus.
You go biting those fingers
Good
off, we're gonna have to
boy.
put you down.
You are gonna have so much
Autumn.
fun together.
Autumn, who's this? All right, it's feeding time for you. Anyway, I just wanted to introduce Autumn to you guys. We gotta get settled in here. It's her first time home, so.
Autumn's first feeding at home, but hopefully she'll be going to the boob after this.
Yeah. We just had to get her quiet.
Gus, I'll get you a treat, okay? Stay there. You're being such a good boy.
Hey, now that she is milk drunk and falling asleep, got 3 hours to go until she cries and then needs to eat again. Sleep, cry, eat, poop, sleep, cry, eat, poop. That's all these newborns do, I guess. So, like always, appreciate you guys very much for tuning into the video, especially if you watched this far. Thank you very much. So, otherwise, see you in another random adventure soon, probably next Friday or Saturday. Got another van video coming out, and then a Camaro and a bunch of other projects and things. Mostly just tinkering around. So, appreciate you guys, and see you again soon. NNKH.